Alrighty. Alright. Tuesday night, we're playing Fortnite. Again, eventually I'm gonna get really sick and tired of it. I'm gonna probably switch over to a different game because it's one of those moments where I'm gonna just gradually lose my sanity on this damn game. But that's okay. I think it's needed. Hold on a moment. There we go. Much better. That sounds a lot better. Alright. Man, we're just gonna start out with solos. I don't have it in me to do squad fills just yet. At least not yet. Like maybe later in the season I will, but for now I'm just kind of locked in, trying to get some great clips. Basically, kind of just clip farming at this point. You see the shorts that I would upload, because that's the only reason why I would be doing all this. Try to clip for me and get some good clips. But I think I run into the issue of quantity over quality. Yeah, but sometimes it's sorry, keep burping. Yeah, it just kind of usually I would have that. I would have that. I usually would have good quality, but unfortunately, I don't. Not that the quality is bad and I need to step it up. It's just kind of one of those things where like where you have to it just depends on how the stream's going. Sorry, it that like really puts kind of just talk a little bit on all this. It's something that I could put all this time, but I wouldn't get good clips out of it because not much would be going on. You see the solo games last night, where there was just not a lot that was going on. And not to say that it was bad, it's not worthy of just being clips. It's more like, yeah, we could just have it playing in the background, but it wouldn't be something that's worthy of doom scrolling on, if that makes sense. Because that's usually how it goes. You try to get some good clips out of it, and upload it and hope they go viral and people stick around because they like to wait for some good moments out of it. That's just usually how it goes. Okay, we got a pistol. This is not looking good for me. I was having the curse of this spot yesterday. I'm not sure if it'll apply today, but I was having some of the biggest issues last night with me landing here, because then or even passing by here, then I just end up losing the game because of it. Nice. You know what? Purple Maven's gonna help me out a lot. Anything here? No? I can't wait to have these settings cranked up high. Once I get all the whole streaming situation kind of all figured out. The bot player, we need to worry about him. Oh, look at that. Now, I did say I was going to spend more time with the with the striker pump. I don't think it's going to bode well with me, but let's give it a shot, you know. It's worth a shot, you know. However, the mythic version would have been better. Oh, nice. Oh, nobody to grab those. Well, that saves you having to use gold on the boots. I mean, yeah, we can have a little bit of gold. Hire this girl. Because you're just gonna be there as like a distraction. And yes, I would drop that. I've mained the Stinger SMG for years. Yeah, during its existence, but I just think that Flex SMG is just a much better SMG in its class for this season. Cause I feel like you burn out, you don't burn that much ammo, you still are able to land hits. Alright, Passenger Princess, let's go. Yeah, I always like to collect all these. Alright, let's go. A lot of small ammo. A lot of small ammo you're giving me, but not a lot of AR. Which I guess for late game, it wouldn't matter too much. I guess it wouldn't matter a whole lot. Alright. Let's go. Oh, now you give me AR ammo. Nice. Ooh. Let's just see how rude I can be this stream, because I really have been awful with my behavior. Saying all kinds of shit to people and all that. Guess we'll take you, why not? Alright, let's go. Come on, hustle. There you go. Heck of a bot player. Alright. Somehow not max ammo from all that. Imagine. Alright, let's go. Got the boss over there. Only killed just spot players. So we're kind of it's the first game, so we're kind of just like, yeah, we just kind of try to get ourselves a little not familiarized, but kind of just get back into the swing of things. Ooh, wow. All right. I don't think he was happy that I took his kill. I mean, I wouldn't be either. All right, that was a little chaotic. I ain't gonna lie. There might be people at Wonky Line, so I have to be real careful. All right. We're just gonna check to see where the vending machines. Huh. Nothing there. Don't need a refresh. Alright, let's go back. I'm pretty sure it was only bots that landed here. Get your ass in here. Go Sprite. It might help me, it might not. I just know that late game, the Earth Sprite's not gonna do me anything at all. That'd be the only reason why I would take this. What if we could get that 2.5 seconds? We should make a difference. I don't know. 2 seconds might be a little bit of time, but we'll see. Paying attention to those power lines. Remember, it's our first game on. Ooh. Got 150 plus back-to-back eliminations. Oh, that's very concerning. I'll be honest with you, like, that is very concerning. If he gets another one, we are cooked. And that's not even just not having a positive outlook. No, that if he gets 3 in a row with those type of eliminations, I will not stand a chance at all. Okay. All right. Ooh. I have no additional heals left, so I'm gonna have to work with what I got. Think those two are fighting it out over there? I don't know. Might be duking it out in a storm. Oop. Did not mean to do that. Oh my god. Where's the other guy at? Yo, where's this other guy at? Huh, it wasn't letting me build there. Interesting. You fucking suck. Imagine dying to storm. Now I gotta fight. Now I gotta fight this sweaty cleric. And I still somehow won that. We'll take it. we'll take it. We're skipping that because that doesn't relate to me at all. Unequipped. At some point, I'm gonna have to grind these out. Like, just try to master all of these. Okay. We're gonna go to the replace. I gotta see if that was the same pork chop guy from there. RP to all the replays because of a little update. But what a way to start out the first game of the night. I wasn't even anticipating myself to even do that. Yeah, short piece is right there. Oh, how fitting. Yeah, Truleta. The pork chop guy was dead already. Brian K. the Great. Alright. Since you are another fellow OG player, you gotta have like similar stats or better stats than me. Alright, 251 solo wins. Okay, yeah, we can. That checks. He plays substantially more solos. 9,000 total solo matches played. He's only played 10 games this season. What is it for last season? 1 win with 24 matches played. Any season history? Yeah, it looks like his best season that he's had is Chat 2 Season 3. Okay. Yeah, he has way more eliminations than I do. I should be at 16,788 now. He's at 25,566. So, you see, these are the kind of games I should be getting. Wildest part about it is just the fact that I only have 3,600 total solo eliminations, like career ones, and he's at 14,400. But I guess 9,000 matches versus that. But if I did scale it up to his, let's say that he gets like at 275. That it's 2.8. So let's say 280 because the 2.8 win percentage. Just round it up to 10,000 matches played. If I were to play the way he played, I would have been at 800 solo wins at that rate. So I think it's pretty fair. Oh, got a hair in my mouth. Ugh, that was awful. But you know what? Solid player for El Chuleta, which is a pork chop. One 179 total wins. 21 wins this season. Any match history only shows from this chapter, which is 116 wins. But from his ranking history, his thing goes back to chapter 4, season OG. And it looks like he primarily plays solos. It could be somebody's alt account. I never even once heard the heard heard the thing go off. I had to look at the replays because I gotta see what that whole deal was. Yeah, I'm starting to think that's not somebody's that's somebody's actual account. Because I gotta see how he got what he was doing. Either he let himself die to... He had to have let himself die to Storm. Okay, we figured out the problem. We figured out the problem. He disconnected. That poor guy disconnected. I was thinking to myself, man, you are terrible for letting me fight this guy. Now I know what happened. No, he lagged out. He lagged out. That's what happened. He lagged out. Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, how do you let yourself die to Storm? I get that he had no heals, but I was like, really? You're gonna let me be stuck with this guy? This sweaty player? No, he lagged out. Because that's not a disconnected controller, because he would have stopped moving. No, he lost internet. He lost connection. Like, the Wi-Fi gave out or something. Given the way that both of us were playing, I don't think he would have stood a chance. And look at me go though. I was just, dude, I was kind of panicking. Like I was just so surprised that I got that win. Like that really surprised me. Because this was supposed to be a warm-up game. I wasn't even like, I wasn't expecting myself to win because there was actual good players in this lobby, except for El Chuleta. That guy was kind of, I think he just disconnected midway through, but I don't think he would have won that game anyways. Oh, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. Oh, I just went like 30 minutes ago. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, when I looked up that other guy that I eliminated, the Brian K the best or whatever it was. When I looked him up, I knew, I called it too that it was gonna be a sweat, mainly in part because I looked up his stats. He has more career solo matches played than I have career matches combined. Like, if you go through all of the matches that I've played throughout the 8.5 years, it's about 8,600 or somewhere around there. With him, because he has that skin is from the beginning, is from February 2018. That was from the third ever season of Battle Pass. he had over 9,000 solo matches alone on that. So that's why I was like, yeah, this guy's gonna be a bit of a sweaty player because more playtime in solos. Like it duos, trios, and squads, the playstyle is slightly different. Occasionally you might have to like try to pull off a solo clutch. Oh yeah, I'm not even kidding. That guy had like 14,000 matches played, like career. Um, yeah, if we go to oop, nope. Yeah, because this is his stats. I have more wins than him, but he has nearly twice as many matches played combined. And then you can see that. Whereas you got mine for reference, like you can see mine versus his. I have a much higher win percentage, but he also has more playtime than I do. I mean, look at that. 9,009 matches, and I'm barely at 2,500. And mind you, I played solo since since the end of 2017. So he doesn't have that many trios, but I don't have that many trio matches either. But yeah, you can see all of mine, solo, duos, and squads. Those are all like fairly matched. He plays a lot of solos. There's one guy that I knew that actually I didn't know. There was one guy that I fought against. I think it was chapter 2 or something. Like 95% of his total matches played in his whole like Fortnite career stats was all in solos. There was like maybe a couple hundred squads, trios, and duo matches played, but his solo matches was like at 5,000-6,000 or something ridiculous. I think I might have that recording saved, but that was back then. Yeah, that's why there's many reasons why people don't. This is why a lot of reasons why a lot of people shouldn't focus too much on numbers. I use it to get like a reference to gauge whether or not that's a good player or not. But typically typically they're really good. I have encountered somebody that had like I think it was like a 0.5 win percentage or something. Where I think it was last season that I fought against. I looked him up, I think on stream, and I saw that he had over 1,000 matches played, but with like 10 wins. I'm like, how? I was like, how do you let that happen? I was at 500 and I have like 56 wins. I was like, damn, you really don't know how to finish out these damn games. But yeah, that was the first game. I don't got many expectations. The last time I started out the stream with the win, I'd won 2 more in a row, and that was last week. Everybody has the burnt peanut. It's like people are gonna say that we always talked about that the burnt peanut is rare. It's like, dude, it's not really rare anymore because everybody seems to have them these days. Like even I have them, and I don't even like using them. Eliminations has a chance of dropping something. I also have a chance of dropping damn Sprite myself and losing that Sprite in the process. I do want to farm it though. I do want to farm the Sprite dust. What's funny is I have yet to even like actually spend it on weapon rarity upgrades. I haven't even done that. I think I've only brought back like the sprites like once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. It was less than 5 times so far this season. We're only like barely we're not even 2 weeks in yet. We're only like a week and a half into the season. Yeah, because I have like 49,000 But some of that stuff, like bringing back the rare sprites, it's like 4,000 or 5,000 sprites. It's like sprite list. It's like, why? I'm all for grinding them, but doing all that work just to get 1,000 per match. It's like, I would like to be compensated handsomely, you know? There was gonna be no way I was gonna let the bot player make me lose my crown. I was not gonna let that happen. Yeah. The only reason I have a lot of them is because I've only been passively getting them from mastering the sprites and extracting them when I would win. Oh my goodness. God. Can you not? Okay, that wasn't a real player. Everything's fine. I'm not sure if I ever told the story about how a bot player no scoped me back in the day. It had to have been, I think it was the beginning of chapter 2, when the early introduction of bots. I was like, I'll tell my buddies, like, all right, let me just kill this bot real quick. I'll go pull up on the bot, no scopes me in the head, and knocks me. What a day that was. I kind of miss playing with those guys. Where the... Oh, my prayers have been answered. I was gonna be like, damn, I'm gonna have to farm up gold to get the stuff I need. Yeah, they're not too bad, because they were like very like derpy, as in you have a mantle up to here, they would get stuck. Over there at the lodge, like that little ledge right there, they would get stuck there, and they would just run back and forth and they wouldn't get out. But they made changes to those bots. They started doing that in chapter 7. Like that bot pulled up fast. But yeah, people were complaining about the bots being too easy and ruining the experience, and I could see the argument. Oh, I love that place. That area was from chapter 4. You would have loved chapter 4. It was probably one of the most prettiest maps, like, of all time. Like, the colors and everything were so amazing. Oop. I thought it was one of those mech guys with the sprite helmet. That's why I was like, I moved up immediately and was on my guard. Oh, you don't have to look it up. I can show you clips of what I mean. Because remember, I played through all the seasons and all the chapters since chapter 1 season 2. So what season are we on? What, season 40 something? I don't remember. Because we had 10 in chapter 1, 8 season in chapter 2, so that's 18. 3, that's 22. 4, 26. 5, 31. 37. Yeah, 40 seasons. I've only played 39. Well, we're not gonna count season 0. Season 0 was kind of just like a beta version. But it had some of the most amazing colors. Yeah, there was 40 fucking seasons into this game, and you started out late, but the first chapter had 10 seasons. So season 1 started during the fall of 2017 and ended in the fall of 2019. Chapter 2, fall of 2019, all the way up until the end of November 2021. Like those first 2 chapters alone took up 4 years of this game's lifespan. And then chapter 3 was the introduction of yearly chapters. They kind of didn't have much of a choice. I think player count it was something with the player count just dwindling down, and they had to keep it short because the whole like player retention. They try to retain the players. Oh, you missed a lot. Like, the crazy part about it, when I met Godlike, we met at Save the World 5 years ago. We hardly played for a battle royale together. Like, the only time I was with BR with him in chapter 2 was because he had a bot lobby account that he made on his Nintendo Switch that he used to have. And so he would help me get those challenges done. And I remember having that account on my friends list for a while. But I met him halfway into the midway into chapter 2. And we only played chapter 3 like a couple of times. And that was in it when they introduced Zero Build during midway into 2022. And we didn't play Battle Royale together after that. A little fun little fact, I guess. You would have honestly hated him and saved the world. He especially if he saw that you were low level, he would have trapped you. Oh yeah, I have the first video of when I first got into a Save the World game with him. Because he had this one thing that was called the base, where it increases like the armor on the structures that you build, so that way the zombies don't destroy it fast. But he had the thing that was, I think it was, I don't remember what it was. It's essentially the thing itself. He had a special ability with that one where it's a bass, but it played rock music, and you would do the air guitar. Yeah, I honestly, at this point, I might have spent more time in Battle Royale with him than I have in Save the World, or close to it. Nah, but he would troll a lot of the players that were low level, because some of the hero loadouts that he would have for a constructor, he would just box you up in the level 3 metal build. Yeah, it's not for everyone. I got it, and I've been wanting to try it for years, and then I think it was midway into 2020, they removed all the founder stuff, which sucked, because that meant I was getting no V-Bucks from it. A lot of the founders players, to which he is, like anybody that bought Save the World like before like May 2020, get V-Bucks daily from daily quests and missions that would occasionally pop up on the map that that have V-Bucks as a reward for completing it. And he would give me so much shit for not buying founders, because I had the money by then, but I didn't know about the V-Bucks that you get if you're a founders. That's why I hesitated, because like, I don't want to spend like $30-40 and then I don't play it, and then that was a waste of money. But those, like, I don't remember what the statistics were, but they did do some numbers crunching, And they have said that on average it's like about like about anywhere from like 9 to 12,000 V-Bucks a year just from daily missions on the map that Founders players could earn. So you do the math. You do the math and then you multiply it by, because 2019 I didn't have money for it. It was the beginning of 2020. Do the math. Multiply 9,000 V-Bucks times 6 years. Think about how many V-Bucks I lost out on. But no, I thoroughly enjoy it. It got kind of boring though, because it kind of stagnated for a good bit. They have made some. Yeah, I don't remember the exact number, but I think they made some changes to it. That's only from missions that would have a chance of showing up as a mission reward in certain missions in all the different areas. Any of the seasonal elemental ones, like if you see like the lightning one, the water or fire zombies, those are less likely to have those seasons are less likely to have V-Bucks on the map. Whereas the mini boss seasons, which is the Halloween one and I believe Flannel Falls, those are the ones that spawn the most. That doesn't take into account of daily missions, which can range anywhere from 50 to 150 V-Bucks a day. Multiply that, even if it's just 50 a day, and you multiply it by 365, that is, I believe, 18,000 V-Bucks right there, just from the daily missions, daily quests. Kind of like how you have like the daily quests right here. Same idea for Save the World. Yeah, you could imagine a god like just giving me shit. Him and another buddy of mine that I used to play with a lot. Those two gave me all kinds of shit for not doing that. And then they constantly remind me to say, "Oh, could have been a Founders. You could have been a Founders, but you didn't get it." Because they didn't realize that I didn't know that you could get free V-Bucks out of those. Because if I had looked it up and I found out about that, I would have been like, all right, cool. That means that I could get my money back out of that, even for like $30. Because think about it, it's like what, $90 for like 12,000 V-Bucks. Like within 4 or 5 months, I'd be able to get my money's worth out of that. Like you do the math. Actually, it would have taken a lot longer because during the middle of 2020, they slashed those prices. Like the prices that you see now, like if you remember the V-Buck prices. Oh, I gotta extract this guy. I have to extract them because I left them behind one game, but I realized that I had the other 3 gummies and I didn't have them. Wait, there was a period of time. Oh my goodness! Everybody just all right. It's still you got a Dreamy Bull. I was gonna say Bulldog, but it's Bull God. And the other guy. I had to find those two. But yeah, I'm still upset by that because if I had known about that, I would have gotten those gotten that. I would have just played it here and there. We're gonna get him because he will prove to be useful.
The 0 point is destabilized. The 7 are restless. And we're facing unimaginable odds. Jones said nobody knows the 0 point like you. He's not wrong. You need me.
But yeah, if you're not a Founders like I'm not a Founders, you only get extra tickets which you can use to redeem to get like stuff, like schematics. Oh yeah, people were talking about like the equivalent of investing into Bitcoin. Like that's what they're comparing it to. If you had bought the Founders, because Save the World was the first mode. Battle Royale didn't exist when Fortnite came out. like Save the World came out in August of 2017. I believe Battle Royale came out in September of 2017, like 2 months later. That guy's over there. Probably looking at somebody over there. So yeah. The V-Bucks back then, you were able to buy stuff on there to get an advantage, and they ended up having to deal with a class action lawsuit because of the because of that. Because it was pay to win. So people would burn a bunch of money on V-Bucks to get a bunch of the good weapons and all that stuff, and good survivors, heroes, and all that stuff to be ahead of everybody else. While people that didn't have that kind of money, that would have been funny if somebody was in that bush, because that would have totally been a me move right there. Hey guys, I found everybody. The last two. There is collusion. There is collusion going on. Oh, I am not in a good spot. What do you mean run, Drew? That was a very ballsy move, though. 4 HP? The reason why I didn't do anything, I thought he was gonna die to storm. That was the reason why, but I didn't realize that it was still 5 damage a second. Alright, what are the odds we get 3 in a row again? Like, starting off, because it was a couple days ago, it was sometime last week that I started out the stream with 3 wins and solo wins in a row. He kind of deserved it. Those two were being annoying because they weren't shooting at each other. The guy was just kind of sitting there, and then he was letting the other guy shoot. I'm trying to figure out how he was able to, like, did you see how he was just landing every shot at me while I was in the bush before he got eliminated? Oh, I got to see the replay of that. I also want to take some time because I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to I don't want to get into I don't want to get into these guys' games because I've had instances like that. How many solo wins is that so far this season? 9. Nice. Hey, look at that. That's the guy right there. And this one looks familiar. I think I killed him in one game and won. Yesterday. But look at that. What are the odds? And I was gonna say something about that character too. What are the odds? That reminds me of back in chapter 1, season 9, when I was dancing with one person, and then we ended up being a 1v1. I still have that video uploaded. But yeah, he's looking around. Where am I at on the map? Oh, you know what? I remember hearing that glider, but I'm right behind him. Oh, he had the limitless. He's looking around to see where everybody's at. And I think that's when I... Okay, there we go. You see, that's what I wanted to see. I thought he was over there, but because I kind of panicked a little bit, I gotta... It's really been my pastime to just look people up, because sometimes your stats are public. So we got Jao213YT for YouTube. I don't have confidence in this one. Ooh, he's a good player. All right. So the guy that I eliminated to win the game, he has over 1,000 wins career, and he only has 2 wins this season. But he does pretty well. With I'm sure these guys play creative and stuff like that, so I'm sure these guys do pretty well. So that's him. And then for Dreamy Bull God, let's see. I guess I'm gonna have to do a console search. All right. Yeah, not too bad. Just less than he doesn't have that many wins. Not as many, but still still a decent player. Oh, close the damn thing. All right. He was just shooting and hope for the best. Oh, this guy was nearly dead. This guy was nearly dead. Now, I don't. You're not aware of this, Drew, but there is a possibility that both players can get eliminated at the same time. I've had that happen to me at least 5 times within the last 5 years. It like if two people shoot each other with the it's when they shoot each other at the same time. Like it ends up being secret. I think it's just the way the game servers are, where if the two people, like let's say I'm right here and those two went at it with each other, there was a possibility that both of those could have eliminated each other. Because I'm assuming with the game servers, it shows that both of the weapons shot at the same time. And if they're equally low on health, especially with shotguns, you can eliminate each other. I've seen people win games that way. They would be hiding like I would, and those two would have gotten eliminated, and I would have won the game, and I would have been confused. But then I would have realized immediately. Yeah, it can happen. It's very rare. It happens. It started happening a lot more frequently in Chapter 5 onwards. It used to be very rare. Chapter 1 didn't have it. Chapter 2, it was rare because I had that happen to me during the Alien season. And I went from being mad to being, oh, that is pretty funny. Does this man have any heals? Oh yeah, he did have heals. If only some of those shots landed, it would have helped me out tremendously. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy, that I would have blocked him off. I would have pushed him and I would have blocked him off and he would have died to storm. That 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 would have happened because I had heals and I don't think he had any heals. But yeah, I want to show you real quick just how good the graphics are in chapter 4. If I could find. Okay. I had to show you. Let's see. Do we have any? Do we even have anything? Oh, I guess I could do my old live streams. Uh, okay, that's season OG. Oh, I remember those streams. Nope, nope. I have a bunch of Spyro streams, but that's not what I'm looking for. Do I have anything with good colors to show you? Uh, Sorry about that. It's just kind of, you can see what I mean. All right, close that. Oh, those things were so the ODM gear right there, that mythic, Drew, some of the greatest mythics of all time for mobility. I'm not sure if I'm gonna demonstrate it. I'm gonna rock these here instead. But you can see the colors in this look a lot different. It's a little pixelated because I didn't have I didn't have decent internet at that time. But you can see a lot of the colors. It was probably one of the most colorful games. Let me see if I have. Ah, the twin mag SSG. You saw this one. Oh yeah, look at this right here. It's the fact that we had this stuck around all the way up till chapter 7. Man. Sorry, I'm getting a little nostalgic with this. It's gonna be another top 5 type of situation. Let me see if I have the ODM gear busted out. But yeah, you can see the details around there. Like we had the snowy area, we had the fall area, like you even had the Asian area. We should be moving pretty soon. But yeah, this was some of the coolest mobility items of all time. Like you can see. Oh, I was getting hit with the red dot sight. And look at that. I wasn't even running an AR. Notice how I was running just the SMG and shotgun. Ah, the floating island. You never got to experience the floating island at all, didn't you? But yeah, you can see the snowy area over there, the fall area, and then to the right is Mega City, to which I think I showed you that loading screen. Look at my frame rate. I had the really pretty settings on, like the nice lighting and all that. on my old graphics card, that thing was struggling to hit that, and I had everything on high settings. But this, you're gonna get like the approximate like quality if whenever you upgrade to a PS5. Oh, slap juices, man! These things were amazing. So they gave you 15 healing in white and shields, but you also get a brief amount of like infinite sprint until the thing runs out. I think it's like 30 seconds. Look at that, Maven auto shotgun. That was a chapter 4 item. Oh man. Anvil Square. You've probably seen some of this stuff because I think it was Blitz. I believe Blitz had the miniature version of this one. Yeah, Blitz had the miniature version of Mega City, Anvil Square, and all that. But yeah, you can see the mobility right there. And you can see, as you can see,
Damn.
my strategy has never changed. I don't think I even won this game. Oh, you know what? This guy donkey laughs on me. Now I remember this. He does the donkey laugh right after this. And then the overclock pulse rifle. The donkey laugh. You know that laugh that god like that you like to use, that annoying laugh emote? Yeah, it's called the donkey laugh. But the overclock pulse rifle, man.
Get double teamed like that.
Oh, I did get double teamed. Now I remember. Now I remember why I was so pissed. Now I remember why I was so pissed.
Alright, we got dumbass McGee.
Oh yeah, the flame sniper, the dragon breath one. The fire effect was so good because you can cause like everything to catch on fire. The only way to counter it was if you did metal or brick builds.
I end up losing thanks to these guys, man.
You can see me complaining about me getting the game costed. That has never changed.
Damn.
Oh no, that wasn't him. It was a different area. You want to know what's funny? He had that mythic. That mythic right there pulls you around.
It could have been me with the win, but
you can just hear me
I get focused by.
You can just hear me crashing out. 517. So look at that lobby screen. That's showing Mega City. Look. This was so nice. But look at my level. I think this was towards the end of the season. Because this was when was this dated? June 2023. This was when I wasn't working. So I was on Save the World running endurances in the background, and then during the afternoon and evening I would go on to play games. Oh yeah, the battle bus was different too. This chapter was very unique. Was I doing squad fills? Oh yeah, I was doing squad fills, so I couldn't get anybody. You'll see the real quickly. This battle bus looks a lot different. Like even this whole thing, we're on a floating rock, basically. Like we're on a floating rock. Everything is all floating. It was something to do with the event. And then you can see right there to the right. Hold up. Let's see if I can pause it. Like right there is the map. Over there. That's just floating like an ice fortress. But you'll see the battle bus. Like, look at that.
probably like 80 ping, like stupid laggy, but it's a noticeable difference.
Oh man.
That might get carried.
Yep. But yeah, that kind of gives you the idea of what of it. There I would show more, but I'm too lazy to look because I streamed a lot of it, but I recorded more games and equipped him. Yeah, because Chapter 4 Season 2, how many matches did I play that season? 178 matches with 27 wins. It was the wild season, which had the whole jungle area where the snowy area and that fall area was at. Yeah. Yeah, at some point I'll pop in to have some of that because there was a lot. Like there was so much. Like compared to how it was back then. Now, like even during the alien season, it was like that as well. Then you had Chapter 1. I sometimes do look at that and think to myself, man, what a just memories. Right, we're gonna close that out. We'll go back to our game. What are the odds, Drew, that we get another 3-peat session on the first 3 games of the night? What are the odds? It's already happened once last week, and the 2 games where I didn't think I was gonna even try to win it, I ended up winning. Like I think the odds are really good. It's very rare for me to do a 3-peat in solos. I've talked about this before, like duos, trios, and squads. Those are a lot easier because if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I was just more shocked at the wins. That's why I wasn't like this guy. However, I emoted him because he was kind of being a little annoying, trying to think that he could time his shots, forgetting that I could time it too. Like he was gonna have to face the pressure of all that because I had 90 left on the chug jug. So I've already checked the item shop. There's nothing really good here. I don't even want to grab those. Might grab those for the Peely collection because I have all the other Peelies except for the Greek version of him or the Roman or whatever it is. So many outfits in this game. You have no let's see let's look up some stats. No cosmetics, outfits. Does this show how many there are total? It doesn't. But there is, if I did the math, I think there's over 1,500 different skins in this game. Approximately. You gotta remember, some sets have the ones like the sports ones, where it's just like different variations of some of the default characters in like sports attire. Yeah, I'm barely at 600. Yeah, like if you had purchased every single one of them, you would be at over 1,000. For me, didn't want to forget to thank the bus driver. Never ends well when you forget to thank the bus driver. Yeah, there's so many skins in this game though. What's interesting is that if you saw like the Renegade Raider like last year and how people were freaking out over that, and Aerial Assault Trooper, those are the first skins to come into the shop, and it was called the event shop because you had to hit a certain level to be able to buy them. And people didn't want to buy them because honestly, because the game was only like a month old by that point. They weren't sure. They don't want to buy something and then the game doesn't stick around, or they prefer the pickaxes. Like it was very simple back then. I think by the end of season 1, there was probably like maybe a total of 10 or ish skins, like somewhere between 5 to 10 skins in that season. And then I believe season 2 rolled around, and that one I think was roughly the same amount. Might have been like 10 ish. I don't remember the count off the top of my head. I had to look it up. But the item shop only had 4 items. It barely had anything. It would have 2 skins, an emote. Ah, really? Like, the item shop was very small back then. Like, this is all cluttered, but back in the day, it used to be very small. There we go. Problem solved. Oh, there's a chest over here. But yeah, it had the main featured ones, which was like 2 skins and maybe an emote that came out, which was pretty simple. And then you got like the ones that are just kind of just in the rotation. Like you had that main one that kind of stuck around for several days. And then you got the ones that kind of, that was like part of a daily rotation. Like that whole like one section right there where it showed like the sets. Chapter 1 all the way up till chapter 2, that was all it showed you, was that. Didn't show you anything else. Oh god. Yeah, I'm by no means not an expert. I am by no means an expert in this, but given that I've played this game for years, I kind of had like an understanding of the cosmetics, the storyline, the lore of some of the seasons. Because back then, chapter 1 was amazing with the lore. Then chapter 2 took it to another level. It was stuff that you don't ever get to, you don't really ever get to see. Like I think. Honestly, I think I love chapter 2 more than chapter 1. People always talk about chapter 1 and they're just blinded with nostalgia rather than just face the fact that it was kind of more of a simpler game. But chapter 2 had the real innovations. Like I loved it. I loved chapter 2. That I needed to make sure it wasn't a real player. But yeah, I loved it. It was that one is also a bit of a nostalgia thing. Like it. So there's eras, but there's different types of eras that people talk about. You got like you guys have different eras, but the one that people talk about the most that are kind of that has widely been accepted was the classic era, the modern era, and the corporate era. The classic era, first thing that comes to mind is chapter 1 and chapter 2. Because, you know, those are the classic moments. You have all the classic moments of those two. Chapter 3 was when everything started getting modernized. You had, like, the sprinting, the mantling, the sliding. Because this was your only movement, was just this. Sprinting, sliding, and leaping like that, and mantling didn't exist till chapter 3. So that was with that was when it started getting modernized. You have that, and then chapter 4, that was like the absolute peak. Honestly, probably one of the best chapters of all time. I love that chapter so much. Because you had the features called the augments, which is stuff that kind of pop up on your hand. Like, you get, like, certain things, like, oh, you get a mythic pistol. Or, you get this. And some of the best ones was the Stormcaster one, where it gives you where the next circle would be at for the rest of the game. Then other ones where if you land a headshot with the marksman rifle or a sniper, that it'll mark the enemy. And that was a chapter 4 only feature, and I'm very sad that we haven't seen its return after that. You tried. You tried. That was a good effort, but you tried. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it to start pushing me immediately. Not that he was just gonna run away, because that's all I'm used to seeing. I need gold. That should be enough to give me the gold I need to get the legendary. Oh, thank you. How kind of you. So yeah, you have those two being the modern era of Fortnite, where everything was kind of more refined. It wasn't like the classic cartoony thing, but you were still able to enjoy it. And then chapter 5 was onwards is the corporate era. Because chapter 5, that's when you got rocket racing, the music festival, Lego Fortnite, all these collaborations with the corporations. That's when you started seeing more and more of that. And honestly, I loved chapter 5. It was cool. Chapter 6 was kind of, I'm gonna be honest with you, chapter 6 was kind of fell flat for me. It was a pretty weak chapter. But out of the corporate era, chapter 5 is my favorite. Chapter 7 is only a close second because chapter 6 was kind of meh. It was just meh. Nothing special. It was very underwhelming. But yeah, those are the 3 eras. Who knows if we're gonna have any more eras of this game? I'm sure we would. But those are the ones that really come in mind when it comes to all that. Just like a little bit of educating on the different eras of Fortnite. We get a freebie out of that. Nice. This is going to be holding us down. Just kind of be there in the distraction. Fortunately, we got no other car. I'm kind of disappointed. I have to go to the hotel over there. But it looks like that's gonna get consumed by storm, and I don't wanna. I really don't feel like taking that risk. Maybe I should take that risk. Anybody here? Nope, nobody's here. You know what? What if there's no car there? Honestly, I'm not gonna do it. Just only because of the fact that we might not even find a car up there, and I would have wasted my time, and I would have taken storm damage. You know, honestly, there's nobody here. Now, the odds are not going to really be much in my favor too much. But given that we could possibly repeat this again, we're not going to rule it out. You said it's possible. I think it's definitely going to be doable because we've already had this happen once already last week. Okay. Well, fortunately, everybody's far away from me. I don't see anybody else here. That Juju guy in the kill feed, he's just been killing everybody. And then he has those weird characters in his name. That's something that's always been a recurring theme throughout the years of Fortnite. Anytime you see weird characters in the name, sometimes Asian characters or sometimes like smaller characters of the actual letters, these guys are usually just a nightmare to fight against. Would I be able to keep it up? Maybe. Are they gonna really make me work for it? Absolutely. Man, ooh, popped my lower back. That felt good. All I know is there was no shooting going off, so I can't see anybody. Well, that's definitely not Juju because I see that guy running over there. Juju is somewhere far away. Yeah, 400 meters. We wouldn't be able to see that. They could be deep outside over there. But we know there's one guy that was over there. And I lost sight of that guy. I don't know where he could have gone. And there's 1, 2, and Juju and whoever the fourth guy is somewhere. It has to be somewhere over there. Make sure nobody's sneaking up on me. Much to my amazement, nobody's up there. That's actually pretty amazing. I would have expected somebody to be over here already. But we definitely know there's some fighting going on over there because I heard the shots go off. they're all gonna have to get pushed out. You see, if I had PJ to scan the whole area, that would have helped me out tremendously. But I don't. That's in zone. So those guys are gonna be hiding out in these buildings. Okay, I see one guy over there. Saw his little head poke out. Did my NPC just scared him? Scared him away? Straight scared him away. Unfortunately, I costed myself the game doing that. Yes, yes, I have shockwaves. Where do you go? Oh! That was a straight up accident. Oh! I didn't switch to my shotgun. It switched to my AR. I hit the Q button to switch to my shotgun. It just didn't switch. It switched to my AR. What was that all about? I hit the button to switch to my AR and it's stuck, and I was like, wait, why is it only doing 30 damage? Yeah, that was 100% my fault. That guy, I took way too much damage from that guy. That could have been preventable by me. And I knew it too immediately after killing him. I was like, yeah, I messed up the game for me. That costed me the game. So that was just an unfortunate outcome of that one. I can't get mad at that. That was just that I would have had a chance, but that was just a goofy mistake. I should have not messed with them. I should have not done that. But I didn't think that guy was just gonna go out on a bang. Let's see, who do we want to go with? We'll just change this skin, I guess. I always nicknamed this girl the Wendy's girl. Only because of the hair and the freckles. Okay, let's see, what else do you have? I will rock this girl. This girl was from a challenge that I had to do. Because back in the day, they used to do these promotions called Reboot a Friend. So if you have somebody on your friends list that hasn't played in many weeks or if not months, that would have a little reboot icon right next to them, and you would do the reboot the friend, and you gotta like get, I'm not sure if it was eliminations, XP, or playing matches, but there was challenges involved that you had to do with the person that was eligible for it, and when you both completed those, you guys would get rewards. Sometimes it would be different skins. This one was one of them. If I didn't make those mistakes, we would have, you would have been right with me being able to pull off a 3 in a row. A little more health. The guy would have bought him with the shotgun. I would have had that chance to try to win it. I would have had that high probability of getting that, but that third guy got that third guy was not gonna go out without a fight, and I made the poor decision of there were some poor decisions that I made that costed me the game. So can't get mad at that. Can't get mad at something that you have no that of all that. So on to another game. If we do get a win out of this, then well, I'll be happy. If we don't, we don't. We'll just keep playing. Because I wanna break my record for my personal record for solo wins. The current record is at 24 solo wins, and it's the only, and I believe that was in Chapter 4, Season 3, so that was like 3 years ago. Right around this time 3 years ago. But I haven't been able to break that record since. It's the only season that I've had over 20 wins. All the other seasons have not come close to it. Mainly because some of those games have gotten extremely difficult. Because I was doing more stuff like playing ranked, for example. Oh, that was anticlimactic. There we go. One of my criticisms of that scanner thing, it should be a little bigger and a little more frequent. Oh man, I want to break that record, and after that, I'll just be chilling. I'll be satisfied enough. I'll be perfectly satisfied. But I'm not entirely sure if that'll be possible, because I might either get tired of the game or it gets increasingly difficult. It's usually one of the two. Like, update rolls around and there's like a big game changing mechanic that got added, and then it just makes it extremely difficult to pull off any good games. Because that did happen to me back in Chapter 5 when the water bending came into the game. And all I remember was me just absolutely getting pissed every time. Alright, what you got for me? Alright, we're gonna have to farm more gold. Alright. We are in a circle. We're not really in the... Yikes. Wow. He straight up got deleted. Tell me you saw that, Drew. Please tell me you saw that. Yeah, that's 100% going to be a clip tomorrow. Because unfortunately for him, he didn't have shields. Man, that was just funny to me. Because he only landed a body shot on me, which 118 he might have gotten like he kind of missed just a little bit on that. Man, that's gonna be a clip. That was a beautiful shot by me. He's probably thinking to himself, how did that happen? Anything here? Come on, you gave me the probability of good stuff to drop. So give me some boots. Need some boots. This is a chest. Okay. Those easy eliminations out of the way. There was somebody that was shooting at me back here. There we go. Okay, so we got 4 bot players and a real player that we've eliminated so far. Okay. Is there a health one here? Yeah, there is. I would like to take a chug jug. Okay, we cleared that out. We haven't checked that area yet. I want to check this one out. Banana pastrami. That sounds kind of gross. What do we have? Oh, we'll definitely have enough to get a chug jug. What could this man be doing? I don't know why Prime Mags is spectating me. You know what? I bet you there's probably there's either a very sweaty player or a cheater in the game, because you wouldn't be doing that unless you had a reason to. Alright, he went that way. Juju Fruitkins. Alright. That guy's probably so light. He's probably thinking to himself, where did that car go? I heard him throw a grenade. Okay. Yeah, he has to be spectating somebody. Like, he has to be spectating somebody that's a sweat. It's either that Zen guy, which is very concerning because Zen is I think they're referring to as they're referring to the Corona Zen hardware. And that is very concerning. Man, I really wanted to know what that sprite was back there too. Oh well. That would be a little concerning if that's what he's spectating because of the Corona, because of the Zen. I just do not have enough gold. Well, he lost his car and he got eliminated. So I hate to be that guy. Yeah, there's gonna be no way we're gonna be able to hit 1500 gold. And I'm gonna be very sad because I really want that in the legendary. Oh, man. That's alright. It's okay, I guess. He's running around to see if there's anybody here. Because you never want to stand in that area because you could get yourself exposed. We'll definitely know where that guy's at. You'd think with somebody with FNCS in their name, that would be good. Look at that guy. Oh, I crashed into a tree. Well, that's disappointing. I didn't even get a chance to refuel properly. Oh, man. I expected better. I expected better of me. I just did not get out of that car fast enough. If I had only got out of that car fast enough, I would have been fine. Now this guy's gonna have the full-on advantage. Damn. No accuracy whatsoever. We're gonna land at the Snowy Mountains. We haven't landed there in a bit. We don't land there frequently enough. I don't think anybody saw that shotgun clip. That was a beautiful shotgun clip. I'm a little let down. I don't know if anybody's in that tunnel. Okay, one way to find out. They're not over here. They have to be in that tunnel. Weird. I really thought they would be down there. Or at least in the general vicinity. Oh, would you look at that? We'll take the purple. Now we're just a little short, but might want to reserve those for actually. Okay, we're just gonna do that instead. Where'd you go? That was a quick fire. He is trying to chase me. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to re-up on everything. You see, if only I just those chakra grenades, I would have. Those overdrive grenades, I mean, I would have. I would have got sent back to the lobby. Well, because I had these boots, and the guy was depending on the Stinger SMG, which I feel like would have. It was not the play. That. I just cannot believe I pulled that off. That was a great escape. Alright. Wettest Bones Research Facility. This place has been cleared out. No eliminations, but now we're focusing is just trying to win the game. That's all we can do, really. That was kind of annoying me, I'm not gonna lie to you. That really did annoy me. But hey, we got a lot of materials out of that. Alright, we're gonna totally get our heals. There we go. One elimination. Very large circle. And a whole lot of just whatever. Would it be possible for me to just tear this whole building down? Let's find out. Honestly, it might take way too much time. But it won't hurt us to try. If I had the King Sprite, this would have been a lot quicker. Honestly, I don't even know if it can be done. I might get eliminated just doing this. I'd say it could be done. Might be possible. We have the fast mobility, so worst case, we're just gonna take a little storm damage. We're gonna draw a fight over there, so we get the maximum amount of distractions that we can get. This is gonna take us a while. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. I forgot these structural beams. Yeah, we're not gonna do it. I don't. Yeah, we got. Yeah, that's too far away. That's just very far away. We're gonna have to take this. We're gonna be taking a little bit of storm damage, but for what it's worth. Okay, it bugged. It completely bugged on me. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. I really appreciate you. That just bothers me so much. It really bothers me. It just has to do with the fact that I've had this issue since its introduction. Oh, man. No, and I blame this stupid game for that. I could have been right there already, healing. Right there, just taking a little from that storm damage. But no, we're just gonna, like, face plant we're gonna face plan on that. That just irritates me. This guy's gonna lose the game, by the way. Because this guy is clearly a tryhard. Yeah, but he doesn't have any heals left, so. Oh, this guy's cooked. Yeah, I would have gotten that win. I would have definitely been able to get that win. But no! Because I would have had that head start. That guy was probably was weak because he was having to take the thing. Look to your right. Look to your right. There you go. Dude, this might think it's what is this man doing? Yeah, I've got him with the pre-fire. Pretty impressive. Damn. 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 You saw that? Wow. I don't know how many wins that man had. Honestly, I probably would have lost that fight too. And that was his only solo win right there. After 64 matches, he got his first solo win this season. With a KD of 0.79. So he was averaging 0.8 eliminations per game. He only has 50 total eliminations. So, yeah. But that doesn't look like somebody that plays like that. He clearly has way more time. So collector. Let's look around the title shop again to see if there's anything there. Yeah. There's a reason why all those guys do not play. They don't play build mode. They just stick to zero build, because you're just having to constantly deal with that. Not all the time. In squads, it's a little it's a little different, because you get filled with a squad that are just a complete god. That reminds you of a story that of that. It was chapter 4, season 2 or 3, one of the two. Faced against a full squad, me, my buddy, his kid, and my other buddy. Those guys, the other team we fought against, I think had a combined total wins of like 5,000 or 6,000. They all had like at least 1,000 each player. Had like at least 1,000 wins at that time. These guys were legitimate sweaty, like, no life players. No, and I had to have to. In squads, you would see that. That's why something we would all play squads together, we would get annihilated because of stuff like that. Bad. Let's see, what do we have? Alright, well, I'm gonna end it here. And this was a pretty good session. This was pretty good. Gonna do little odds and ends and call it a night. So thank you guys that have tuned in, and then thank you, Drew, for kind of sticking around for the stream. I know you're probably just watching this before going to bed. But yeah, we're gonna continue it on tomorrow. I, I've had some pretty solid games tonight. So have a good night, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow.